Hello, YouTube. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. I'm Anna, the heart behind Chosen for the Struggle. And just intuitive message, picking up on some sad energy, or maybe not even sad, but just misplaced, like very misplaced. Um, welcome in. Hopefully, I can help, bring some type of answers, some type of guidance to the energy that I feel, which is this energy. Is like it's boring, it's annoying, and it's like persistent. Whatever it is, it's persistent. You feel like you want to do more. There's more you can do. There's more you want to do. But I think right now is intentional. Right now is intentional. Feeling like things are slow, or feeling like things have slowed down. An energy of things slowing down. It's almost like either you cry or you want to cry. Hello, welcome in, YouTube. We're just going to naturally let the energy flow. Welcome in here. I hope everybody is doing well. Happy Thursday, um, Friday Eve. Welcome in, YouTube. Get on up in here. Hit that like button up on your arrival. Subscribe if you catch a vibe. But I'm here because I feel you. I feel you. If anybody feel you, homie, homie, my one and only homie. I feel you, okay? I feel you, and I feel it getting better as well. I feel it getting better for you. You got this. Moment of silence is the most powerful move you could ever make. You ain't realized that yet because you so used to being busy. You so used to moving and grooving. You so used to things shaking real quick. But in this season, you've been taught to learn something different, or you are being taught to learn something different. You're being taught to do something at a slower pace. You're being taught how to embrace and take in the moment. You're not used to it, I know. I know. You on go. Your mind don't go. Your money on go. Your relationships on go. I get it. You a go getter. You a go getter. I know. And right now, shit ain't clicking the way it used to be. Things ain't moving as smooth as they used to. A lot of circles, a lot of confusion, a lot of delays, it seems. But that's because you're still trying to control. You're still trying to control. And God is saying, right now, my son, my daughter, you have no control. Strawberry cheesecake could be significant, or strawberries. Somebody could be eating strawberries, or they just smell like a strawberry shortcake, or you love strawberry shortcake, whatever the case may be. But that's your confirmation. I'm talking to you. Right now, you are being protected, you are being encouraged, and you are being delivered, is what you don't know. That's what you don't know. But God sent me as your messenger, your spiritual friend or family, whatever floats your boat, to let you know that in this season, in this moment, there ain't nothing you can do about it. There ain't nothing you can do about it but accept it in. Reevaluate. Let go of what no longer serves you and hold on to the one and only God that is serving you in this time. Hello. Hello, Kitty said, I need some advice about a relationship I'm going through. Could you help me? Animal said, hello from Russia. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Kitty, I'm sorry to hear. But maybe, just maybe, I might have a word for you. As I'm doing a general collective reading, it is intuitive, no additional help, no additional images, nothing. Just simply a word for you that could hopefully you find healing, motivating, or encouraging. But back to the energy, I feel like niceness is what you're learning about currently. That you've been programmed to be nice. Keep the peace. Follow the ways of others. Say little so you don't hurt nobody's feelings or step on nobody's toes. But I feel God is calling you to purpose. God is calling you to purpose. And you're going to find out that it doesn't involve a lot of niceness. You're going to say things that are true, but hurtful. You're going to do things that is healing, but angering as well. That will provoke anger as well. But it is not your responsibility nor your concern. As long as you are moving how God is calling you to move in this season. So I would actually like to open up the floor for a personal intuitive reading if anyone is interested. It will be free of charge, and this is my gift to you. So if you have a question, a serious question, drop it in the chat. And don't be afraid. Comment, like, subscribe, share, all the above. Support the channel. Support God. Because that is the reason I'm here. If it was up to me, I would be in the wind as well. I would be jumping from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. But wholeheartedly, I would rather be here. I would rather be here. And don't be afraid to say goodbye. When it's time to go, it's time to go. That's a channel message for somebody. So goodbye, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Friends in the chat say you are beautiful. I appreciate you. And so are you. Because it takes a strong person to be kind and to compliment and to just do what they are being called to do in order to encourage others. So you truly don't know how beautiful you are. But for this channel message, maybe that was all we had. Maybe I should just start doing videos and posting them. But I also have been getting an energy of lately. There could be a guy or a gal, a guy or a gal. There's somebody that maybe struggles with their sexuality or even struggle with their identity. And I feel like the way that they cope with this is by picking on people, bullying people, picking on people. And it could be like somebody in dark color. They could have a nose ring. Don't have to be. It could be someone that may think that they are like they say little to nothing. This person, they don't have a big vocabulary, so the only thing that you might hear them say or do is like like just weird stuff. Like they probably don't really talk to people, and if they do, is by like email or messaging or text message. Because if you were to have a conversation with this person, either it'll be very hard to understand them, or they probably would only say 1 to 2 words. But I feel like this could be somebody that triggers you. They could possibly trigger you, this person, and they could do it from a distance. This person could possibly maybe not trigger you, but they could try to trigger you from a distance. But I feel like your niceness and keeping the peace is what keeps you silent. This could be a family member, a friend. It could be somebody that you may vaguely know, or you may not even know them. But whatever you may see them say or do, it causes you to deeply maybe even meditate. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Deeply meditate on the things that they say or do. And God is saying that's because you are something is being revealed to you, whether it's about you in particular or it's about this person. Whatever the case may be, something is being revealed to you, and God is asking you to embrace. God is asking you to ask Him, what you should do about this situation. What is it about it that you need to see, listen to, or learn? When it involves this person or this situation or whatever the case may be, versus going deeply within yourself and becoming discouraged or becoming confused or becoming afraid or reacting out of niceness and wanting to keep the peace by laughing at something makes you uncomfortable, or by going along with something that your spirit is calling you away from or telling you to say no about. God is saying, how can you feel little to someone that doesn't even know themselves? Yes, they may put on a front. Yes, they may use their ego. Yes, they may use their representative in order to give a message to the world or to stand in front of a group or to show up. But they're not being asked of much. They're not being asked of much by the people they're around, because maybe they're the same people that feel misunderstood. And this is why you could be or even feel singled out, because you're trying to get understanding from a group that does not understand you. You're trying to get understanding from a group or a person that does not wish to understand you. No, because what you got to realize is that we have people that are simply here for wickedness. And when you are God's chosen, then you are subjected to righteousness. And I feel like you get deep with a lot of different things. Everything that comes across your path, you go deep with. Everything that come across your path, you go deep with. And that's who you are. That's just the way God made you. You are a 10-foot pole. You go deep. But what you have to realize is that your peers are not going that deep. And what you have to accept is that you cannot beat length on people. So you have to respect and accept when somebody else just won't go that deep. You have to accept and respect that anything that comes across you is going to make you go deep, because that's just who you are. A lot of things you may internalize in order to get deep. You internalize it so that it can fix, or so that it can fulfill your need to go deep, when it was something that was simply on the surface and was not going to get any deeper. The person was not going to get any deeper. The situation was not going to get any deeper. And this hurts you. It hurts you when it doesn't get deep. And this is what God is calling you to recognize about yourself. You are deep. You are deep. But not everything do you have to take down there with you. It's about balance. It's about discernment. It's about recognizing your place in the moment. Like I said, you may just start now. You're just starting to realize these things about yourself. And it's all because in the past you were fast, 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 go, 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 go. So you didn't allow that time to process. And it's crazy because even though you're a deep person and you get deep, in your past, you haven't even gotten deep with nobody. Or they didn't get deep with you. They didn't get deep with you. But you internalized things. So you thought that because you took it deep, the next person was taking it deep. And they weren't. They weren't. Hello, welcome in. Welcome in, YouTube. They were not taking it that deep. And I feel like right now, you're not as sensitive as you were because God has been working on you. You could have been in isolation. You could be in isolation right now. You could be coming out of isolation, trying to come out. But have you picked up on the key point of why you even went into isolation? Someone, I seen something. I seen something not too long ago. And this is what separates, right? This is what separates chosen, God's chosen, from the world's chosen, right? Because I saw something a couple days ago that said, you cannot heal in isolation. It takes communion, right? Well, that is a myth. That is not the truth. Because as long as you are communed with God, you can heal anywhere. Confirmation. I don't know if y'all just heard that or not, but I did. And a lot of times, God needs us to ourselves in isolation, in solitude, so that we can hear him directly and know when he's speaking to us and when it's just outside noise. Okay? Everybody has their opinion. The highest education to the lowest education. But that doesn't mean that they both can't be giving you the same message. See, people think that because you've reached a certain level in school, or you've reached a certain level on a job, or you've reached a certain level in your material life, that your knowledge is limited if you don't. And that's the worst mistake in their life that they could ever make. And then sooner or later down the road, even if it's not now, even if it's not tomorrow, or even if it wasn't yesterday, they'll realize this. They'll realize this, and you'll be there with that same smile, or whoever will be there with that same smile and understanding that they have always had. What some people don't know is that a lot of people that don't have anything, especially if they're grown or older, is because they had it before. And now they're at a point where they don't give a fuck about it. And a lot of people in this world just feel like, how is that so? How is that possible? Even me, I was one of them. What? You okay with just skedaddle? And they like, I'm cool with just skedaddle. Because there's been plenty of times that in order to maintain, I damn near had to kill myself. When in all actuality, I'm all right. I'm all right. The stress comes from what we want to look like and not really who we are. The stress comes from what people expect us to have or not have or do or not do, and not really what we're doing. This is what God is telling you. This is why God is telling you that it is okay. You are okay. It is okay. And whatever it is, it'll always be there for you or always be there for someone else. Always. And you'll always hear this. What is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'm hearing the emergency, right? I'm hearing the emergency because it's urgent. It's urgent for people to align with their calling, their purpose, and stop allowing their clothes, stop allowing their hair, stop allowing what they're driving, stop allowing where they live, stop allowing they ain't been able to clean because they got to do this, that, and the third. They got to, you know what I'm saying? Stop allowing all these outside forces to internally damage your hearing. Because God is talking to you. But what everybody else expects of you is what's speaking louder. God said, stop giving people the power. Because you see that has brought nothing but pain and long days, long dire days of I wish and I hope and I dream, when God said you can have. But it starts with you. It starts with you. It starts with standing on, building up, and delivering you. Simple old you. Bring back that imagination from your childhood. Bring back, look, open a door, child walk in. Bring it back. Bring it back. Yeah. And it's okay. You don't gotta let people see. You don't gotta feel like people see the worst of you because you can't get past the feeling that way. I forgot. You don't have to be afraid of people seeing the worst of you because you're used to that being the only thing being called out. No matter how hard you tried to please, no matter how long you've worked, you don't have to be afraid of being seen for who you are. That's the best thing anybody could view, is the real you. That's the best thing anybody could know, is a real person. Because everybody else so made up. And maybe that's why you feel like you don't fit in. Because if there's so many different fakes, right? So many different copies, so many different alters, so many different modifications. Then how would you fit in? You don't fit in. You stand out. You stand out. Which is why you're talked about. Which is why people watch you. Which is why a lot that you do is monitored, knowingly and unknowingly. Because you stand out. You have power to create change. You have freedom to do whatever you want. In a restrictive place. How come they say everybody go right and your brain naturally goes left? And then you like, oops, hey, my fault. I'm supposed to be over there. Why do you think? Because you are not in uniform. You're here to form the unity. That's what you got to know. So respect this moment of silence. Respect where you are currently, where you're headed, and how you're getting there. There are steps to this. And God want to make sure you are fully prepared. And because of what your mind has been conditioned to, you feel like you ain't on time, you ain't on task. But you are. You're right on time and you're right on task. You don't have to keep wondering. You don't have to keep wondering. You don't have to keep wondering if your circle or the people around you feel like you're doing something or not doing something or this, that, and the third. Because even if they do, Confirmation, even if they don't. God is what gives people access to you. God is what gives people access to you. So whether the access you feel is good or bad, there's a lesson in. Hello, welcome in, Corey. Corey said, life still got flavor. Don't miss the taste. Stop dragging your pace like it's a part of your waist. Get that, got that good? Get that, got that good? Okay? Because Corey just told you, life still got flavor. And one of the ways that I can guarantee that God chose me is because in my moment of silence, I was guided by the clouds. The real clouds, the sky, outside, the beauty of the earth. Despite the pesticides and the chemtrails is what they call it. Chemtrails that they want to confuse you with. Take this moment to tap in fully. Not just to you, but to your Father who art in heaven. Because he said, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And he is coming to get all his people. He's coming to get all his people and deliver them to the promised land. And this is not where you think you're about to go to this beautiful, cloudy place. No, it's right here on earth. Your heaven is on earth. Your hell is on earth. Bring yourself to the other side. There's been a lot of confusion, a lot of misconceptions, and a lot of people using their power to create their life. So why can't you do the same? Why do you feel so blocked? Why do you feel so delayed? Why do you feel like your ideas can never come up off the ground? Why do you feel like people get information from you and use it to their own thrill or their own come up? Right? This is all God revealing to you how great you are and how promising your life can be. But you've allowed everyone else to push you on the back burner because of niceness, because of wanting to keep the peace instead of making the peace. See, in order to keep the peace, you silence yourself when you really want to talk. In order to keep the peace, you say yes when you really want to say no. In order to keep the peace, you do things that is seen as nice, but it has no value to who is done unto. But to make the peace is you discern who is deserving of your energy. To make the peace is you speaking up when you are being called, not by the people around you, but by God. To make the peace is using no for what they made it for, and not feeling obligated to do things for people just to keep them happy. To make the peace is to protect your heart and give correction when there's a need. That's how you make peace. And coming up from your falling, as the phoenix you are, in this season, God said, I need you to be a peacemaker, not a peacekeeper. Because a lot of times, keeping the peace left you in shambles that you had to deal with alone. Corey said, move light, think right, let your spirit be, anchor yourself, ground to the truth, be happy, and set yourself free. And that is the truth. But it's not always that easy, and I get it. I get it. And that's why I'm here to let you know. No, you don't have no hands to hold. No, you don't have no voice telling you how proud they are of you. No, you don't have anyone that actually listens to your story and with understanding. With, might I say, understanding. But you do have the Lord guiding you every step of the way. And if you didn't know that, then you know now. And the way you know is because how do you stay motivated? How do you keep going? How do you figure things out? How do you, when you don't have that communion that everybody is so codependent on? You are the phoenix, and there is beauty in your struggle. So, you have, or you should have, or even in this moment, you are now. It's like, have you ever seen somebody build a sandcastle and then smash it back down? Well, you are in your season of the smash down. Welcome in. Welcome in, family. And if you've already been through the smash down, then now you are rebuilding little by little. Piece by piece. And however that is getting done is okay. It's all right. It is all right. And I know wanting to be up there already, wanting to have it back together just like that already is making your ass itch. Because you feel like it has taken a long time. Well, God said, just imagine that once you get built, this time, it won't be an easy smash down. And that is something that you will absolutely be proud about. So it's uncomfortable. It's boring. It's confusing. And for some, it's lonely. But just look back at the jungle. Look back at the jungle. Not even a zoo. You wasn't even in the zoo or a carnival. You were in the jungle. Look back at the jungle that you've survived through. And I'm sure you can appreciate where you are today. No matter if anybody around you can validate. Because God can. God did. And He is. It won't be like this forever. It won't. But you'll be proud. You'll be glad. And you'll be rejoicing all the days long. If you take the initiative. If you humble yourself enough to embrace yourself in the moment you feel so vulnerable. You feel so left out. You feel so blocked. You feel like every decision you possibly could make at this time is causing the worst for you. When it's not. It is not. It's not the end of your world. Lessons we'll go through. Everybody goes through lessons. But don't forget that you are deep. You are deep. So your lessons, your lessons are a lot more potent than others. But that's okay, because you still have an opportunity to learn from it. Corey said, I live in love. I'm open above. No room in my chest for that bitter old grudge. I don't want hate. Don't thrive in the negative. I'm chasing a life where the soul stays competitive. Okay. Go ahead, Corey. Shout out Corey, y'all. Accept my collapse. Recognize, acknowledge my fall. Take what I've become and remake it all. Your mercy undoes me. Your patience restores. You helped me survive when I closed all doors. Yes. Corey said, making rhymes with your words. I feel it. I feel it. And I love it. I appreciate it. It's positive. It's encouraging. And it's needed. It's needed more than you know. So I hope that whoever got that message, really embraced it and understood what it meant to you and for you. And know that people are always watching. Always. But God is always watching too. And He go to war for you. He go to war for you. Because there's something in this life that you're meant to do. So don't be no fool. Do what God is calling you to do. Every step, every day. Hmm. Sorry, my eye is itching. It could also be a situation where somebody, they may have dropped a tear. It may have really touched their soul because they just needed that. You may have asked God, please send me something to speak to my soul, to feed my spirit, and you've been scrolling on social media. Just looking, man, this ain't interesting. Man, oh my God, why do I gotta see this? Man, oh my goodness. I get it. I get it. And you got it now. That this is your confirmation. Where God is saying, I want you, my daughter, my son, to focus on you. Focus on you. That's all I'm asking you to do. Don't worry about apologizing to people for shit you ain't done. Don't worry about being nice to people that you don't know or know. None of that. Don't worry about the noise. Don't worry about the triggers. Don't worry about the decisions, the choices that you're making right now. Don't worry about how fast or slow life is moving for you right now. Money is moving for you right now. Show gratitude for the moment. Accept and embrace where you are today. Watch what you think. Watch what you tell yourself. And be patient as your life unfolds. Because it ain't over for you. It is not over for you at all. Corey said, I try to keep it right, so thanks for your truthful word. You're absolutely welcome, Corey. And then we got somebody else in the chat, Ruth. Ruth, that says no interest in any of this. No interest in any of this. And I get it. I get it. And so what you do? Scroll. Ain't interested in none of it. So what you do? Scroll, scroll, scroll. And God said, come as you are and leave as you were meant to be. Corey says, stay happy. You got to get back to work. Stay strong, sister. Thank you so much, Corey. Corey said, it's okay. Go your way. I'll still pray for you today. Go on, tell him, Corey. Go on, tell him. Please tell him. Please. I'll be happy when it ain't got to be me. But, yeah, straight like that. And to the things, like I said, to the things that, you know, people that want to cause you pain, people that want to throw things or throw shame in your mix, throw pain in your mix, throw blame in your mix, all that shit, address it. Address it head on and see what else they got to say. Maybe they can teach you something. God always said, be slow to anger. That's what he's telling his chosen ones. Be slow to anger. Because everybody that comes towards you only has access to you through God. And he want to see how you handle and how you deal with these situations. Because the more you know, the further you grow. And the further you grow, the more ready he sees you are. So, welcome what life invites to you. Because we can't change people, we can't control people. But we can embrace ourselves. We can protect ourselves. We can speak up for ourselves. We can acknowledge when things deserve us and when they don't. We can use the discernment that God has placed in us because we asked for it. You have the power and the control in your life. What you choose to do is your choice. And can't nobody change that. And can't nobody beat you up to make you feel like that is wrong. So know this. And I know it's scary because life make it that way. But always remember that God is the author of life. And he put yours in you to live. For you to live. Not nobody else. Accept what you can control and let go of what you cannot. So, even if people think you speak nonsense, there's one person that could potentially listen. That's who you want to focus on. That's who you want to embrace. Not what Ruth just said out the side of her neck or his neck. You want to ignore that. And like Corey said, go on about your day. Because your soul to God is the price you pay. Okay? I don't know why I'm rhyming all of a sudden here, and I am very poetic. I am a writer. I really am, you know. So but yeah. And sometimes that's what we need. A little rhymery to get us through the season, to get us through the day, to get us through the time, and let us know that it's okay. But I don't know what it is about this itch. Hey, it could also be a situation where somebody, like, because when I said itch, when I thought of that, when I said I don't know what it is about this itch, I also thought about the B word. I did. So there could be somebody watching you, looking at you, and they just like, I don't know what it is about this bitch. But I either love her or I hate her. I love him or I hate him. I don't know who this is. And they don't know who you are, apparently. We don't know what it is about each other. But one thing I can say, God knows. God knows. Always. Always. So, with that being said, I do think I'm going to leave it there. But I hope that this helped whoever needed it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it provided you with some type of clarity, some type of confirmation. And if it did, then share it with your friends. If you have any, maybe not. Share it on your platform. Never know who's watching, who's listening. Confirmation. Look, never know who's watching, who's listening. I'm going to say that one more time. But God going to give them the message that they need to hear. And that's all I'm here for. That's all I'm here for. All right. But until we meet again, family, hopefully y'all have a great rest of your day, morning, night, whatever it is where you are. Just be safe and embrace who you are today. Take care.